You watch those American movies that there are mean girls. Are they called mean girls? I think they're called mean girls, where there's always like a queen bee. Like there's always this girl in front and like two backup girls, one on the left, one on the right. Welcome to Mommy's Boy YouTube channel. Welcome to another video. If you are new here, welcome and thanks for joining us. If you are an oldie but goodie, you know what I mean, thank you for always tuning in. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you're watching from. Anyways, I have had a very the kind of day I've had today, even I can't just phantom it. We got up really early today, got the kids ready for school, got to school, and school was closed. Like, what the hell? Apparently, the school is on a semester break, and I didn't know. How can I not know? Abroad life is not easy. Like, once you get busy like this, story for another day. What am I here for? This video is the video for this week. I was supposed to edit all of the vlogs that I've filmed and put it up, and I just realized that I didn't do a very good job with most of the clips. So we're going to do another sit down, get ready to chat video for this week. Fortunately, Wednesday is Valentine's Day and today is Monday. So I thought to do like a Valentine, like a Valentine story time, or let's just talk about Valentine in general. But before that, allow me to apologize for bringing an indoor video, because this year we said we are going to be all about the outdoors. As you can see, it's very sunny, it's beautiful, but it's very cold as well. And if I wear a jacket, I don't feel like wearing a jacket. And I feel like wearing a jacket will dampen my mood right now. I've tried to do this video on Saturday. I tried to film this particular video on Sunday as well. And I said nothing is going to stop me today. So, let's get into it. Welcome to you again. Pretty quickly, what is Valentine to you guys? Like, I love Valentine. I know. I'm one of the very few people who, I don't know if I should say I'm one of the few people. Some people don't like to celebrate Valentine, but I'm one of those people who really likes the idea of Valentine. Because we can get so busy as human beings that we do not remember to value the little things. Like, we take it for granted, like telling your partner you're beautiful, or you are handsome, you look good, babe, I like what you're wearing, you look this, you look that. We forget those things. See me, I forgot that my children's school has a semester break for a whole week. I didn't remember that. If I took them to school this morning, and then I had to explain to them why I had to bring them back home, because school was not, because they saw it, and they're wondering. So those things happens in relationship as well. When last have you been on a date night? Relationships are beautiful. Relationship can be enjoyed, but life does get in the way sometimes. So I am one of those people who love the idea behind Valentine. Forget that they've commercialized Valentine and everything. I am one of those people who love it. Like, it's just that time when you intentionally plan towards buying a gift, hiding the gift, giving it to your partner, But I mean, things that you might not do ordinarily because you're too busy. Some couples, if you ask them when last did they go for date night, they can't remember. Children, work, everything is in the mix. So for me, though they've commercialized Valentine's, celebration, like in a very huge way. But I just feel that I feel it's the little things, the date night with your partner, the gift giving, the loving up, like it just kind of put you guys back in the mood for dating, for loving up on each other. I think, I'm sure not so many people think that way, but that's what I think. Anyways, let's go back to the reason why we're filming this video. Why did I enter my... So, my first Valentine. My first Valentine experience as a young lady. I'm still young now. As a younger lady, like a younger version of me, was when I was in secondary school. I was about to pass out of secondary school. I was writing my WAEC. For people who are not conversant with what a WAEC is called, WAEC is West African Examination Council. So you write that exam. It's like a national, like a West African exam that you write to get into the university. When you pass that exam, you're able to go on to get into the university. So at that time, I was just graduating from my senior secondary school. I was writing my WAEC. Yeah, we write WAEC before we graduate. And that was my first experience with Valentine. So here's what happened. I won't say experience, but it was the first real, like, Valentine experience, because there had been Valentines before then, but as young girls, we're like, one day it will be our turn, we'll be grown-ups, that would kind of enjoy Valentine as well. We see people give each other flowers, we see TV shows and all of those kind of things, but those are one of those things that really want to, I don't know, but you just want to grow up. Adulting is a scam, but we didn't know that then. That's the truth. Anyways, what happened with me? Watch those American movies that there are mean girls. Are they called mean girls? I think they're called mean girls, where there's always like a queen bee. Like there's always this girl in front and like two backup girls, one on the left, one on the right. Those kind of things. Yeah, the guy was like that. It was not a student in my school. It was just one of those students that, like, their school registered them under our school. So they brought them all the way from wherever city they live to come write the WAEC exam in our school. In our school at the time, I was the assistant head girl. We call it deputy head girl back then. So, as a deputy head girl, forget, my shakara was not shakara, but I'm a very proud girl. So not proud in the sense that I'm arrogant, or I don't know how to call it, but I'm one of those girls, or one of those ladies that I think very highly of myself. I place myself on a very high pedestal. Like, it's the best or nothing. Yeah. So I respect myself a lot, and I expect that you respect me, because I'm going to respect you. That's me. And apparently, this male version of Queen Bee, I'm saying Queen Bee because that's what they usually are called in those movies, but the male version of this Queen Bee, let's say King Bee. Let me just continue calling him male version. We always see him in the school. Like, I see him, but I don't pay attention to him because I was irritated when I saw him. The fact that he always has this dangling long chains from his pocket, it was just not something that I really fancy or like. So I just look away. And I had this friend at the time who we always walked like to school and back home together. We were in the same class, so we're writing exams together, and they lived in our area at the time. So we go to school together and we come back to the house together, not in the same house, but we live in the same area. So we walk together. Apparently, the guy had gone to the lady to say, "Oh, I like your friend, blah, blah, blah." And the lady had told him that my friend, no, 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 she's not like this. I don't know. But that conversation had happened. I didn't know about that. But she too didn't tell me because she knew I was a no-nonsense girl. Forget it, I was a very no-nonsense girl when I was younger. Like, maybe someday we can get to talk about the reason. But for now, let's move on. So, there was this day we were writing a particular paper. I think it was February 10th. I can't remember, but it was February. We were writing, I think it was English exam, where we first answer the objective questions. So when they give you the first set of answer sheets that you're going to use to answer your questions, is especially when you're answering an objective question. Objective questions are questions that come with A, B, C, D, E, F. So you get to shade I don't know if they still do it like that, but then you get to shade the color of the alphabet that you feel carries the correct answer, if I'm right. I think I was able to get that out right properly. Yeah. So when they give you these sheets, there's this side of the sheet that is perforated. So they would ask you, when you get your answer sheet, to like tear off the perforated ends and discard of them. And then when the exam starts proper, you answer your questions, and once you're done, you return the answer sheets with your name and your exam number to the examiner. Yeah, that was it. So once they gave us our answer sheets and they were asked to tear off the perforated paper, I was like trying to cut off my perforated paper, and I felt somebody stoned me with a paper. So I thought it was a mistake, like maybe somebody was tearing off their own perforated paper and was trying to dispose of it, and it fell or hit me. That was what I thought then. So I didn't really pay attention to it. I continued what I was doing. But funny enough, another paper came right at me, but this time didn't hit me, fell on my desk. I looked at it. So to me, it felt like somebody who was like trying to be mischievous, and that was not very nice. So I looked around, like hoping to catch whoever did it, because I was definitely, it was not fun. So I just kicked it away and faced my paper. And again, another paper came. I'm like, what is this? And the person sitting right next to me, a lady, said, I can't forget her name. Her name was Jumoke. I can't remember. And the lady said, maybe somebody's trying to tell you something. I said, tell me what? This is irritating. And she was like, why don't you just open it? You can see that it's not wrinkled or rumpled. It's carefully folded, so there might be something in it. I'm like, oh. And I looked at it, so I've not been paying attention. So I looked at it and I saw that it was carefully folded. I opened it, and lo, indeed, it was a note that says, you are beautiful. In the exam hall. So it's not a very funny thing when you're about to write like an exam that can make or break your future, and somebody feels that's the right time to tell you you're beautiful. That is weird. To me, that is very weird. Anyways, as we were about to start the exam and we started painting on the table, another paper falls right on my desk. This time I kicked it away. I didn't even care. So when we finished the exam and we submitted our papers, I had this note. So I stood up. Yeah, I stood up to, I can't remember what I went to do in front of the class. I can't remember. But I knew I stood up at some point after the exam. And yes, I think it was my teacher or my proprietress that came to the exam entrance and came to ask for something, and they called me and I went to attend to her. And by the time I came back to my seat, there was like a little note. Boys, please be mature about how you do these things. Anyways, I didn't find it funny. It was another note that says, I've been looking at you from the first day I got here. You're very beautiful, you're unique, you are, yeah, try to smile a bit more. Yeah, something in that line. That part wasn't funny, but moving on. And I was wondering who has the time and energy to do this kind of things at this time. Like, you must have 10 heads because we're all thinking of exam and how to pass exam. And you're looking at a beautiful girl. You must have 10 heads. Anyways, that was not really funny for me. So, but I didn't know who was doing that. It was no longer funny. After the exam that day, we only had that English. So I think we wrote essays, we wrote letters, we answered objective questions, comprehension, all of those things that you would usually do during an exam. After the papers that day, should I call her my friend now? Acquaintance. My classmates that we both live in the same area and we come together in the morning. That was for the exam. And go together in the afternoon. We're on our way back home. And I was trying to tell her what had happened in the exam hall. And she just smiled and she said, maybe it's just a secret admirer. Yeah, that was what she said. So I just like shook it off and then kept going. Then there was this day. It was just like about 3 or 4, was it 3? About a week, I can't remember. This is long ago. This story has been long ago. That I even remember the bits and pieces. And there was this day, Valentine's Day to be precise, February 14. I had just finished washing my mom and my stepdad's clothes, and I took them downstairs to dry them on the rack. And then I was coming back upstairs. As I was about to enter the house, I saw the guy with the chain that I usually see in school, but this time without the bodyguards. I call them bodyguards because they're supposed to be students, but they're following students like them up and down. Right in front of our apartment. Jesus, this boy want to kill me. In front of our apartment. How the hell did he know where I was living? Why is he here? Like, I had 1,001 questions running in my head that day. As I was approaching the door, I thought like it would move away because our door is this way, our neighbor's door is that way. So 2 doors facing each other. Like 2 doors to our apartment and their apartment. So as I was approaching the door, I was hoping that it will move to the next door because I didn't know why he was there. Why would he be there? And I said, excuse me, how can I help you? And there was a way he looked at me and smiled. And I looked at him like, what the hell is this one smiling? Why? And I was like, hello, beautiful. It was one of those sweet talkers. And I looked at him. I thought, I don't know, but maybe before then, when he says, hello, beautiful to girls, like they just smile. I think so, but I wasn't smiling because it wasn't funny. It could get me in trouble. And I was like, how can I help you? What are you looking for? He said, don't you know me? I said, I see you around. I see you in school. Are you looking for somebody to be precise? So I wasn't welcoming. And I was like, ooh, they said it. They said you are a very mean one. I'm like, excuse you? He said, oh, sorry. I came to say hello. By By the way, we don't have a paper that day. We didn't have any paper, so I was in my house washing my parents' clothes. Oh, idiots. Idiots, to be precise. Wants to go and put me in trouble. I was holding, I don't know if you're used to the African setting, but for my Niger people that are here, I was holding a big bath that I went to use to dry clothes, to spread the clothes that I washed. So I was holding like a big bowl, like a big, I will look for the picture and put it somewhere here for people that are not Nigerians that don't understand what I'm saying. I was holding like a bowl this big that I went to use to spread the clothes I had washed. So I wasn't looking any fancy, or it was just me. And I was confused. In my confusion, I was confused. And I was like, it's Valentine's Day, and I thought to bring you a gift. Huh? Do I know you? At least that was what was going on in my mind. I'm like, please. Oh, when we were growing up, we were mean, no. We were very mean for some reason. I'm like, please, just go. You are not welcome. Do I know you? Why are you here? Why are you trying to put me in trouble? He's like, no, I'm not putting you in trouble. I'm not trying to put you in trouble. I just brought you a gift, blah, blah, blah. Before I knew it, though, this guy came out, pulled out this, you know those fake red roses that they used to put inside white lilo? I don't know if they still do it. I'm going to look for a picture of it and put it on the screen somewhere. He brought it out and brought like a box from his backpack, a small red box or something. I can't really remember, but I remember the red rose because I had seen the red rose. I'd seen so many girls always getting that red rose way before that year, like previous year. We were all in secondary school. We knew of girls who had boyfriends and always got roses, even though they were fake roses, but on Valentine's Day. It was like the popular go-to gift for ladies, and they were like, yeah. Don't mind me. Anywho's, it must be the cold that is getting into my head, but it wasn't something I really appreciated. And if I don't know you, I bring me a gift. Like, I don't know. It was like you didn't even think the whole thing through. To now crown, to now put, to butter the bread. The idiot. Tried to kiss me. Well, he ended up getting a slap. I gave him a dirty slap, and I walked away, and I locked the door. And I was praying in my mind, in my heart of hearts, that he would not press the doorbell because my mom was home. She won't understand that I didn't know him. She would have beaten the hell out of me. But I just couldn't stand him and all of his. Anyways, that was my own first real first encounter with Valentine. It's not very nice, but I guess all girls have true stories like that. So tell me yours in the comment section. I would love to read about it.
Say what you wanna say to me now.